I still don't exactly know what I'll do with this base just yet. Still, I haven't quite decided yet how I'd build this out. I'll probably want to put a deck of some sort here, most likely. That I'm pretty sure I'd want to do. Except I don't have more birch. Unless I grow more trees, I'll need to grow more trees for that. Which I will just go and do right now. Okay, let me do this. So now I have some more planks to at least put down for a deck here. So this is what we'll do for starters. We'll do that. Okay, not there. Alright, that's better. Lag spike. Trying to just place stuff down, I'm already hitting lag spikes. I guess I'll have to make do with this for now. That could work for starters. So I'll likely just start with that. Okay, there's another log here I didn't see. I'll put these apples away for now, I don't need to carry them. And these can go here too while we're at it. I guess maybe I should at least just get the farm worked on. Because I know how I want that to look. Don't care so much about how this looks, I just care more about actually getting it done as soon as possible. Huh? Oh, hi there, physicist. Going back to work on the sugarcane farm here. Because I want to see if I can get into an ocean monument or a woodland mansion as soon as humanly possible. Probably gonna go for that ASAP at this point. Okay, so you're doing your classes all online as well? Yeah, same here. So just maybe those departments, and let me guess, the other departments are still just off of school? I'm still having trouble deciding how I want to build this place up. Like, would I really need these here? Because I kind of want to put windows on this place. I'd have those beams get in the way of the windows I'd like to place. Probably anything that just has a heavy enough workload would probably have to go online. In other words, you can't really just fall behind on anything with a heavy course load. Maybe history. I'm trying to just imagine which courses would have like the heaviest workloads. So what, like, you wouldn't be able to afford to just fall too behind on. Just trying to picture which courses you absolutely can't afford to fall behind with. Oh, I had all that gold still. I hadn't even realized. And you think they might just simply cancel the classes entirely instead? So you'll just be off for like a couple weeks or so with those classes, and then just try and pick up from where you left off. And even then, I still haven't decided whether or not I want to use quartz for the floor or something completely different. And even then, there's still going to be all of this to renovate too. Oh no, just because it's going to match what's on the other side. Only because it's matching what's on the other side. Probably the only real reason I have for that, in all honesty. So I'm trying to just get some more wall back here. At least this is where I think I want to put all my walls. Because I think I've decided where exactly I'm going to stop expanding the house. At least for now, anyways. So this is already looking a bit more defined than it was before, to say the least. I think I can probably stop making glass for now. What am I learning in my classes? Well, I'm taking some mathematics classes. Also one on game development. So mostly just mathematics and game-related stuff. Well, I'm taking an advanced calculus course. If you want more specific. So how is this going along? It still looks like I'm going to have to give this its time to just grow. How hard is that? It's pretty difficult. Unless you somehow just grasp the main concepts of the course. If you can understand the theory behind like how a bunch of the concepts work, then it shouldn't be too bad. Not quite sure what I'll do while I wait for all this to grow. Besides maybe do more work on the base. Lots of steps to find what you're solving for. Well, you could say that is true. That plus there's often quite a lot of things from previous calculus courses you'll have to be able to remember. There's just a lot to remember, more or less. Well, I can see a couple of sugar canes just lying around. I might just scrounge up some of these. Well, it's not entirely coming down to that. But remembering most of what you learned in the prerequisites certainly would help you out. Well, that's a pretty useful skill to have, to say the least. So, seems like really far west is just some desert. Seems like I'm surrounded by savannas and deserts in this immediate area. See some icebergs. If I go even further, I'll find icebergs. Yeah, this is a deep frozen ocean. What's further past this point? Besides more desert. I was thinking maybe we were going to hit some colder biomes, but no, there's still more desert back here. Surprised it's more desert considering I was just swimming past the cold ocean. I mean, I saw ice for a brief moment. We started doing vectors in physics, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, you have to remember how to do that. Or at least some of the basics of. Yeah, that's definitely involved in vectors. If you want to calculate angles between vectors, you have to understand, like, the basics of trigonometry. What else can I say? Yeah, when you work with angles, you'll need to know that. More sugarcanes here. And yeah, there's that too. Yeah, it is pretty easy to remember that one. Holy shit, how many hours are flying around right now? Holy shit, how many hours is that? Like, I'm so confused right now. There we go. Yeah, I know, right? For how much extra stuff I'm gonna end up with. So I got like all these spare bows. Got 2 spare bow drops already. Just because there were that many skeletons running amok. Okay, I see a village over here. Interestingly enough. About half an hour ago. So did you check earlier for the notification or no? Good math skill to acquire if you want to make games or do anything in computer science or IT. Well, a computer can just do a lot of the mathematical calculations and formulas for you, but I think you'd still probably just want to have a background in many different types of mathematics. You definitely want to understand how vectors work when it comes to game physics. Just to prove that you're competent at math. Well, I'd say understanding vectors is pretty important. For the reasons I brought up earlier, when it comes to game physics. How many pearls did I get recently? I just got 9 pearls without even trying too hard. Alright, 9 more ender pearls, nice. What kind of vectors are you solving for when it comes to gaming? Well, you're often trying to just figure out more or less the direction, or sometimes like the magnitude you'll want to just send a projectile in. Or maybe you want to just look in a certain direction with a game object to try and see what's in front of it. I mean, when you want to send some projectile flying, then you definitely have to have a trajectory for it to go travel down. This guy's head is stuck in the ceiling. This guy's head is also stuck. Okay, these are some tall buildings here. There's actually loot up here, if I go all the way. Well, it depends on exactly what you want the projectile to do. Sometimes you might be setting it once, sometimes it might just have it constantly have this force applied to it. Or you might just simply be moving it. Honestly, it depends on... I mean, it's your game. Can I get a projectile from point A to B without much issue? Yeah, I could pick a general direction I wanted to travel in without much issue. Nothing that even interests me in these chests right now. Personally, nothing interesting in these. Okay, another iceberg over here. This guy's still stuck in his own house, it looks like. Nothing that really interests me here. I mean, I have my own wheat farm going. Don't really need cactuses that badly either. Just nothing that interests me in these chests at all. Well, it depends on what engine you're using. Well, with the engine I'm using, no. Unless you want something very realistic, you won't need to factor those in. You could start adding those to your calculations, perhaps, if you're trying to go for something very realistic. But for something basic, it's not necessary. Polar bear. When it comes to factoring in air resistance, I've never actually tried that. Never personally found the need to do that myself. Okay, I see a shipwreck here. Let me go for it. Well, still looks like it'll be pretty easy to get into and out. Oh, nice. There's an air pocket in here as well. Buried treasure map. Not bad. So I'll probably just go look for buried treasure soon. Poisonous potatoes. Suspicious stew. I don't need these. May I get out of here? Nice. Alright then. Lay it on me. Where's this treasure? Alright, so I should be headed north if I want my treasure. I want to loot the treasure chest. Gotta go north. Yeah, it depends on like how much information you're given when you're asked where a projectile would land. You may need calculus to actually just determine where it's going to land if you're given like minimal information. So I should dig right around here if I want this treasure. Somewhere around here it looks like. So I think I'm already closing in on it. Okay, it must be close by. Can't imagine where else it could be. Unless maybe it's underwater. Could be under the water and I just don't realize it. Still haven't managed to locate it just yet. You shouldn't be like too far off, really. Wait, what if it's back here? It's been here somewhere. Okay, we have to be close to it by now. That's facing away from the treasure. This is facing towards it. Maybe it's actually under the water here. Yeah, it could easily be under the water. So I will check down here. Yeah, at least with respiration I can spend a bit more time down here before having to head back up to the surface. So am I at least correct on this? Am I even correct here? Still can't seem to locate it. I don't know how much sand I must have gone through by this point just trying to find it. I see it right there. I was way off now, wasn't I? Extra diamonds, I'll take those. Iron, another heart of the sea. Nothing too crazy. Is there a way to determine what angle a projectile would ricochet off a wall? I'm only too sure there must be some sort of formula for that. Alright, I want to go east. I want to start heading back to my base. I kind of just ran off far enough and got distracted with other things to do. So we don't need this anymore. I'm pretty sure like such a formula would exist. And again, I'm pretty sure you need to know, like, some basic trigonometric functions. I'm pretty sure, like, you'll have to at least use an inverse trig function somewhere in your calculation. Like, you'll eventually have to probably just isolate the angle itself somewhere in your calculation and then just perform, like, an inverse trig function. That might be, like, the last step, I can guess. Because you're trying to find an angle with that case scenario. That's all I know. There's a desert temple back here. Let's go see. Desert temple. What's buried in it? Let's just break in. Emeralds, gimme. Bones, I'll just take the bones, because why not? Knock back 1 on an enchanted book. Not too exciting. Golden apple. More golden apples. Those are always handy to have. Might as well make a little boom boom for old time's sake. Might as well have a little bit of fun. So now I gotta just find a way back out of this temple here. It's mostly just buried in sand. Wait, why am I... No, I want to go east. Now I'm gonna have enemies pushing me backwards. I want to go east, but I'm trying not to get pushed backwards now. Another shipwreck. What's over in here? Better yet, how do we get inside? That's how we get inside. Lapis lazuli, bunch of iron nuggets, emeralds. I want more emeralds. I definitely do want more of those. Just saving those up in case maybe I find some very interesting trade. Oh, Debug, welcome back. Oh, so you have like the same greeting as physicists now, it seems. Just noticed. Alright. How many zombies is that? At least 4 of them? You just don't want to say something stupid from the start? I see. I certainly don't really care that much. So I probably have about 400 more blocks east to run, and then I'll be back home. I mean, it's not all bad 1.15. I mean, there's still, like, the raids I have yet to even try out. I still have yet to attempt one of those. And, of course, trying to survive it. And I also have, like, the villagers survive it, too. I have yet to even try and fight back one of those. I think I do. Alright, I see my base. Now it's just a matter of running over there. If I want to skip the night. Then hoping no mobs are too close to the base for me to just sleep it off. Alright then, I can just sleep it off. I can just sleep through the night here. Now we're gonna see zombies just dying left, right, and center here. Leather cap just got dropped. With protection 2 on it. Not that I really needed that. So I'll probably just make some more paper in the time being. So how much did I get? I got some. Just seeing what else I can quickly put away here that I don't need to carry. So I definitely don't need to carry all this stuff I have here. Okay, so I got a bit of it at least put away already. Well, I got a good amount put away at least. 10 more ender pearls. At this point, I'm literally just stockpiling them now. At this point, we're literally just stockpiling. Honestly, maybe going for shulker boxes might be the next logical move. I mean, it's hard to say really what I could go do next. Especially if I go on an extra long trip. And I can just potentially find a lot of nice items along the way there. So I have some paper to just sell off already. So let me just go and do that. And I should be able to see the village within, like, no time. And just like that, there it is. So where is the cartographer in here? He has to be close by. That's him. So let's make more trades. And once this is done, what happens? Cartographer novice. Wait, this bar is all filled up, so now what? Do I trade again? This bar is already all full, so what gives? I don't see how I'm supposed to fill it up further. Okay, Minecraft villager trading. So do the trades not automatically unlock anymore? I'm assuming that was a progress bar that once it was all filled up, you'd unlock more trades. As soon as this loads up and lets me look through it. When a villager levels up, how does it level up? Try exiting the trade menu. And then he levels up. I wish that was a little more clear. Certainly wish that was clearer, but I guess it wasn't. Oh, I can sell him glass windows. Well, thanks for explaining. Exit the trade menu, then re-enter, and then it shows the new trades. Now that makes sense. Didn't used to do this before. I guess that's why I got confused. This didn't used to be the case. So I could have just exited the trade menu as soon as that bar was full, and then see new trades. Just wondering what level we're going to have to get the guy to then be able to just buy perhaps the Ocean Explorer and Woodland Explorer maps. Just wondering when that's going to come along. So I can actually just sell the guy glass windows. Not quite sure what to do with the glass windows, but I can start selling him those. So I can start digging up the sand here and just turn it to glass windows and then sell him those. Except my furnaces will probably be busy for a while unless I make even more of them. Just in case I want to be able to still walk up here easily enough. I'll probably go back here and do the digging. Or maybe here. So I don't have to just simply get paper over and over again. Could opt to just do this instead. And then sell them all the glass panes I can make. So let's just see how much sand we're gonna get after I'm done just digging up a bunch of it. Not gonna spend too much time doing this, I don't think I need to. Right, I'm almost done digging this sand up, and then it's just going to be a matter of waiting for it all to be just turned to glass. Then I just bring it all back home and smelt it all. Now it's just a matter of throwing all this into these furnaces. Now then, let's get some sand in these furnaces. There's going to be a lot of it, certainly, to go around. Now it's just going to be a matter of waiting this out. So, both waiting on these sugar canes and also waiting on this sand. Oh, I had this glass lying about. I also had that just lying around too. So how much glass do I have already that I can just make into glass windows? Already quite a few of these glass windows I can make. It's already a pretty nice start. Now, hopefully, the cartographer will just take all of this off of me. I didn't just waste time getting extra glass that I'm not going to use. This wheat farm's almost entirely done growing. Not bad at all. For 2 levels, that's not too shabby. Perhaps while I just wait for the sand in there to be turned to glass and for the sugarcanes to grow. It's gonna be a long wait, isn't it? Okay, I just got some leather. I just caught an enchanted book with Quick Charge 1 on it. Wasn't expecting that so soon. Tripwire hook. I'll probably just throw it back at this point. I want to hit pufferfish because with that I can make a potion of water breathing, which I can totally see myself using to just stay alive for longer in the ocean monuments. Yeah, having a water breathing ability is certainly going to help. So that's what I'm shooting for right now with this fishing. That didn't take long. If I caught a second, then I can actually make up to 6 water breathing potions right away if I caught a second pufferfish right now. Which I honestly think that's going to be worth it. Just to be sure I can take on the monument no problem. So I'll stay at this for just a bit longer. That's some raw salmon. Yeah, the cod look drastically different from how they used to look. They're not even blue anymore. Or like some shade of it. Okay, I just got a water bottle. I think my sand is probably all done being turned into glass by this point. I think I've probably given that enough time. Pufferfish just aren't showing up right now. I got one. I was trying to just quickly scoop up a second. The rate we're going, we might not see it. We're seeing like plenty of rock cod instead. More leather. Come on, pufferfish. Of course not. There we go. Now I can probably just stop fishing for those for a while. New to the stream and how's it going? Going alright. Just got this pufferfish grind out of the way. Because I want to use those to make some water breathing potions. Yeah, I have plenty of glass now. I have high hopes for just finding an ocean monument soon. And also surviving it as well. I have high hopes I can just survive that like no problem. And there's more sugar canes here. I was just letting these grow too while I was fishing. Yeah. Pretty convinced I can just do the ocean monument without too much struggle. Feel like I have a good chance at beating it. So got a bit more, also a bit more sugarcane. But I have a ton of glass and a ton of glass windows because looks like the cartographer is buying those. So I can just further level them up to get more trades on them unlocked by selling them the glass windows. So before we get swarmed, where's there a bed? Wait, this is hardcore? Yes, it is. And before I get swarmed here, just gonna use that bed quickly. Yep, he will definitely take those off my hands. And I think we just... Yeah, we just... Oh, shit. Holy fuck. Creeper? What was that about? Where'd that come from? Good thing the cartographer didn't die. Was making all these trades with him. I was busy trading with the guy and could have just all been for nothing. If I would have been any unluckier, it would have been all for nothing. Woodland and Ocean Explorer map. So I'm already being offered both of these, and I got... How about I just get rid of the rest of these glass windows? Cartographer Journeyman. Gonna get rid of the rest of these. Except now he's not taking them anymore. Expert. Now selling banners. If I want those for any reason. What's going on now? I'm hearing more explosions. All of a sudden. Seems like everything's blowing up here. Yeah, he's not taking these windows anymore. So I definitely have more glass than I actually need. Right, so I have to give him a compass for each of these maps I want. So I'll have to go back to my base to craft one quickly. Usually never really need compasses because I can just simply write down my coordinates on a piece of paper. Yeah, sure that's useful for always pointing you towards spawn, but I can always just look at the coordinates through F3 and then write them down on paper. If I find anything I just want to remember the location of, I just write it down. If I die in my hardcore world, then likely the piece of paper where I wrote down all the coordinates is gonna get tossed because, like, that world would not exist anymore. Like, then there'd be no point in having those if the world gets deleted. Alright, so quickly now. I'm trying to remember exactly what you use to make these. Honestly don't, though. Wonder if it's something as simple as this, or if I'm even close. Oh, it was that simple to make the compasses. I want both maps, so 2 compasses. I just forgot that you needed those to actually go forward with the trades. Forgot you need to give them those as well. So I'm likely still just going to be sitting on a bunch of glass now. I really did not need to make that much glass. So it looks like it'll just be sitting on a bunch of it for now. Now we can maybe actually get around to exploring one of these 2 things. Which is what would I do first, the Ocean Monument or the Woodland Mansion? Mostly more excited for the mansion. Because I do those far less frequently than Ocean Monuments. Like, I think I've only gone to one other Woodland Mansion ever. So this would be my second Woodland Mansion I ever did. Alright, so that's the guy I was trading with earlier. So, one of these maps, then one of this map. Okay, it looks like he actually will take these again. Except I forgot to bring them, assuming he wouldn't take more of them. I can always just sell it off later if I really need more emeralds. Because for the time being, I don't really need emeralds. I think I might just get the Ocean Monument done first. Because I know with the Woodland Mansion, it's going to be a super long trip. Those are usually extremely far away from wherever you settle down. Unless you're super lucky. Alright, so these are my two maps. I'm more excited for the mansion, but what do I want to do? Decisions. I feel like I have a decent chance at getting through both of those, no problem. Okay, here's actually another idea I have. I have plenty of these lying around, which is good. So here's what I'm going to do. So I'm likely going to make myself... Right now, I'm likely going to make myself ender chests. So I can just get more inventory space. I'm probably going to just hold off on getting the shulker boxes and elytra for now. I'll probably just go make myself an ender chest quickly. I'll actually make 2 of them. So I can just use those to more or less have extra inventory space. Or I could maybe make even more than just 2. Because I don't have a Stone Touch pickaxe, so I might make a couple extras. Alright, so I guess I'll just make some ender chests and work with those. Just so I can have a bit more inventory space. Alright, I guess ender chests it is. Then we'll start trying to head towards a woodland mansion after that. Let's just gather ourselves a couple ender chests. I might get like 4. Just to be absolutely sure I have enough. And I don't just run short on these. I think I have a decent chance at surviving the woodland mansion. I think my odds are somewhat decent. Still gonna gather more obsidian. I almost just walked in there by accident. That would've been silly. Alright, so after I break this, I'll have enough for 2 ender chests. I still said I wanted to make 4. I mean, 1 goes into my base somewhere. Maybe I could just get away with making 3. And I don't want to be here forever. I think I'll just make 3, actually. Alright, I guess 3 it is. I think I can be perfectly fine with 3 of those. And I'll likely make another new shield before setting off. Yeah, just finding another of these is going to be sick, to say the least. Just I wonder how long the actual journey is going to take us. Alright, so I got plenty of food for the journey. I'm not worried about running short on that. That's for sure. So anything I don't need to carry, I should just put away immediately. Might just take a bit of iron with me because never know if I might want to make something out of it. I mean, iron certainly gets used to make a lot of useful items. Yeah, I think I'll take a stack of ender pearls and then just leave the rest behind. So let's make another shield, because the other one I had is starting to reach the end of its life. And now, 3 ender chests. I keep 2, and I leave one in my base. I'll leave one right around here. And then I just keep the other 2 on me for later use. Just to give myself some more inventory space. I'm going to explore this later, so we're going to put this away here for now. Probably won't even bother carrying my fishing rod either. Anything I can just outright throw away. Might keep that. I'll throw away the iron axe. I definitely don't need to keep that. Potato, baked potato, random trapdoor. I might just carry a bed so I can skip nights. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of stuff that can just go. Yeah, most of this stuff can go in all honesty. Right, I guess let's get a move on at this point. Enderman, is he in my house? Okay, he's not quite in my house, but he must be close by. Alright, so, I don't need to carry that. Still holding onto a ton of rotten flesh, and I don't need to. Iron axe. Oh, I meant to throw that away. Now I'll put the fishing rod away. I'll carry 1 arrow and leave the rest behind. Yeah, I think we can just go and start our adventure with all this. This should be perfectly fine enough. Alright, so Woodland Explorer map. So that dot in the bottom right corner is me. So up is north. Northwest. We gotta go northwest for this thing. Gotta go northwest, who knows how far, to get to this mansion. So it's time to start just traveling in that general direction. Alright, so we're going northwest now. So I feel like I should be prepared enough. If I know what I'm doing, I should be able to get to the mansion and survive it without too much trouble. I could easily just try and safe spot the evokers. Just shoot them from a far distance with a bow, and then they won't be able to do too much to me. And even then, I still have golden apples. I feel like I have a decent shot here. So we're probably still like a long ways away from this thing. So I assume I'm reading the map correctly, and it is northwest we gotta run. No, so it's just going to be a matter of time here. Or better yet, why don't I just keep this in the offhand? Especially if there's not going to be too many mobs to fight. Honestly, that's a better idea. Even though it might be like a long while before this map actually starts updating. Because usually these woodland mansions tend to be extremely far off. So I'm expecting another long trip to find one. One that might not even finish this stream. Might get about halfway if I'm lucky. Oh, there's a ravine. So I gotta cross that somehow. I didn't leave myself blocks to do so. I'll just teleport across. Alright, ender pearls it is, I guess. So I'm still just going to keep on looking northwest as much as possible. Because I'm pretty sure that is in fact the general direction I need to be headed in to get anything done. Holy hell, I'm lagging quite a bit, probably because of all this water. And maybe also just these tall mountains, who knows. I mean, they are pretty big. Yeah, this is pretty mountainous to say the least. This is pretty crazy terrain. Okay, there's actually probably going to be mobs spawning underneath that overhang. Oh my. Okay, and quite the interesting terrain here we're having to run through. Yeah, when savannas get mountainous, like they get very mountainous. And I think I see another village. Yeah, I do. Not even that tempted to make a stop here. As interesting as all of these villages are now, especially compared to the old ones. I mean, there's just so much more variety in the buildings. Well, you'll probably have to go to several more villages before you've actually seen every building that can generate in one of these. Whereas there are just fewer buildings before that you could find. Like, going back to the old Minecraft villages are going to feel kind of bland in comparison, almost. So I really do hope I'm reading this map correctly. Oh, interesting. So it looks like I seem to already be matching this on the z-axis. I've already seemed to have matched the coordinates on the z-axis. Okay, so I'm doing something right. So I've already matched one coordinate. Already got it on one axis, now I need to get it on the next. Roof forest. Now, I'd be shocked if I could just find the mansion this soon. I'm not expecting it to be right in here. I mean, I'm not expecting the mansion straight away. I mean, that would be a little too lucky, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's possible, but not expecting it. I mean, yeah, we do have a roof forest here. So it is entirely possible it's in here somewhere. Unlikely, but it's possible. Yeah, possibly could have seen it by now if it was in here somewhere. That plus, there's just no way I'd miss one, because of how big they are. Yeah, if it was really in here, I would have seen it by now. We would have likely hit it by this point. So I guess we have to keep on going further west. Can't believe we already matched it on a one axis, though. We already have the z coordinates right. Now it's just the x coordinates we have to match. I'm going to take some spruce wood, since I might want to use that in my build and don't really have any at the moment. So I'm going to take this as an opportunity to gather some. Plus I'll gather some saplings as well while we're at it. I'm going to take this as the opportunity to do that. Okay, I got one spruce sapling, two. That's gotta be at least four now. Might just bugger off with the four of those. Right, can I swim up here? Nice. So now I'm just going to be wandering around on these mountains, it looks like. I mean, I have my bed, so skipping the night's really tempting. I'll just skip the night at this point. Just so I have, like, one less thing distracting me on my way to this mansion. Alright, let me up the mountain. I'll just run down it. And more of it here, it looks like. More mountain here. What'd you miss? Had to eat supper? I'm now pursuing a woodland mansion. Also spent a bit of time just deciding which of the two things I want to go do. I'm considering the woodland mansion. The only mob that might really give me trouble there is the Evoker. Maybe the Vindicators if I'm not paying attention. Did some research on the bounce angle. It's probably very complex, isn't it? As in how to compute that. So I'm supposed to be headed west at this point to find my mansion. I've already actually matched the z-axis. Now it's the x-axis I gotta match the coordinates of. Oh, so it's actually simple enough to implement. Alright. Stupid leaves. Alright, I can imagine that in 3D space. That would be z equals 0, right, in 3D space? Projectile going towards the x-axis at an angle. No, in 2D, so... Okay. I'm pretty sure it could also be done in 3D. Easily. Like, I can definitely see this also translating over to 3 space as well. Probably also similar implementation. So the general direction that the projectile's heading in would be that, and the x-axis form this angle when just put together. So for simple implementation, just 0 friction. Seems fair. Are we gonna get like another extreme hills here? Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. More extreme hills, yep. Looks like I'm gonna have to climb up it somehow. Gotta get through it somehow, the hills. Oh, that's actually not too difficult to get across. Not too time-consuming. Then there's this giant wall here. Alright, I see this. So general direction of the projectile and the x-axis form this angle. Initial and final angle are congruent to one another, so that means what? They add up to either 90 or 180 degrees. I'm trying to remember which of those two it was. So you just have to somehow calculate an angle that's just either 90 or 180 degrees off of the initial one. Yeah, it actually does look simple enough. It was one of those two, I remembered. I was leaning towards 180, but I wasn't exactly sure. So that's pretty simple to actually calculate. So you'd have to calculate that initial angle, which, if you know simple trigonometry, shouldn't be too hard. And then there's just 180 minus the initial angle. And the middle one to get the final angle. Assuming all this is in degrees. You're getting quite a couple of extreme hills here, to say the least. I'm seeing like a lot of these now. Well, not always, but in the case scenario you're going on about, they're definitely measured in degrees. Wait, I'm going north. I mean, on some occasions you'll actually measure them in radians instead of degrees. Where, in other words, the angles go from between 0 to 2 pi. 0 being included, but 2 pi not being included. As opposed to 0 to 360. Yeah, there's just some applications where it's better to use radians. Yeah, exactly. Because with what you're doing in your school, what you do, like... Yeah, because usually when it comes to like high school, you don't really have the need for radians. Yeah, once you get into more advanced mathematics, then you'll start seeing like you'll need to use radians in some cases. But for high school, I don't recall having to use radians. Well, they're measured in between 0 and 2 pi. Whereas 90 degrees would be pi over 2. 180 degrees would roughly be equivalent to pi in radians. And there's just some cases that arise where it's just better to use that. For example, when you're just dealing with angles, when it comes to like dealing with angles in relation to circles. Pi in radians is equivalent to 180 in degrees, yes. So far gone about like 4,000 blocks west. Yeah, like 2 halves of the circle is like 1 full circle. So pi covers like half the circle. I don't know how many minutes I spent so far on this trip here. I'm gonna probably guess like 20. Still don't even know for sure if I'm close or not. Still can't tell you for sure whether or not I'm that close on the x-axis even. I know I've matched Z already, a while back. But matching X might take a while. I never knew the exact reasoning behind why it was always like from the range 0 to 2 pi. Is it related to the circumference? Possibly. The circumference of the circle? That would make sense. That probably actually is the reason why the measurement is that way. Because in radians, the angles are in relation to like the circumference of a circle. It's likely the case. That being 2 pi times the radius of the circle. Wasn't 100% sure, but that honestly makes the most sense to me. I'm pretty sure up until you get to like post-secondary education, then you really won't see any case scenarios arise where you'll want to use radians. Yeah, at least up until you get to post-secondary, I'll assume you're just going to be perfectly fine using only degrees. So I have no idea if we're even close. I certainly want to find out sooner or later. Could maybe go for another 20 minutes straight west And if, of course, we don't find anything, I could just take a break from now, from now. Take a break for now from there on out. So yeah, about 20 more minutes of just heading straight west. And if we're still not there, I take a break from that point onward. That's just more mountains over there. More extreme hills. Most of the work I do in my advanced calculus class, when it comes to actually having to deal with angles, the work's usually done in radians and not degrees. Real world application. Never really thought of too many real world applications beyond like what I just did in my math courses. Though I am curious myself to look further into it. Yeah, we'll just be swimming. Who knows for how long, though. Yeah, I still can't get over how there's an actual swimming animation now. Yeah, pi over 2 radians. Yeah, it does equal 90 degrees. Yeah, it's really not that hard to make the conversion from... Yeah, it's from degrees to radians. You divide the number by 180, and then you multiply it by pi. So if you divide 90 and 180, you get a half. And then you simply multiply that by pi. Okay, I thought I heard some noises. These guys are throwing tridents at me. I'm just gonna swim away from them. Yeah, drowned zombies throwing tridents at me. Yeah, I definitely thought I heard something. And then suddenly I just get super speed while swimming. And then for like a couple of seconds I just got super speed. So I'll likely just be placing the bed back down soon. Because I have more of an interest of just getting myself to the mansion than actually doing any combat for the time being. That probably could work too, but I'd be more comfortable with just taking the degrees amount, dividing by 180, then multiplying by pi, but I'm pretty sure you could just do it either way and still get the same result. That would probably work too. Yeah, that also works. 180 times pi is 180 pi. Then divide by 180, and then the 180s cancel out. And leave you with pi, so that makes perfect sense as well. Either way would work. Yeah, looks like we're still going to be swimming west here. A shipwreck. Why am I hearing drum beats down here? They're getting louder now. Now I'm hearing an all-new music track. I never heard this one before. Is this music track maybe just exclusive to Oceans? Sounds like it is. Ocean specific. I'm guessing this maybe only plays when you're in an ocean. But there's nothing down there I even wanted. Yeah, I've never heard this one before. If I hop out of the oceans, it'll stop playing. And then I get correction. If I hop out of the ocean and get mauled by zombies. No, it still seems to be playing. Okay, it doesn't seem to stop playing. Even if I get out of the ocean momentarily. But I'll stay down here. How have I never heard this track before? It looks pretty under here, too. Certainly way more lively and interesting than the old oceans. Alright, what's this here? Is that a giant sea pickle or something? Oh, it's probably just coral. Yeah, that's coral, alright. Yep, coral reef. Guess we're not looking at a giant sea pickle. But there are still sea pickles down here. Yeah, this Respiration 3 is certainly working wonders here. I can actually stay down here for quite a bit longer with Respiration 3 on my helmet. Yeah, this definitely does sound like something you'd hear. Sounds like good ocean theme music. So I can see why I would be playing right now. Deep ravine I am not going to go near. Okay, now almost 8,000 blocks out west. Probably at least 1,500 blocks of just swimming. Man, those strings though. That just sounds so beautiful. Alright, what's up here? Alright, snowy biome over here. Alright, so I guess there's no more ocean now. Right now there's snowy biome to just run through. Yeah, we go west still. Yeah, sooner or later we'll be 8,000 blocks out. 8,000 blocks out west. Yeah, 8,000 blocks now. We still might not even be close for all we know. And then, of course, I'd have to get back, too, eventually. I'd have to go freaking long ways east eventually just to get back home after all this is said and done. So it's likely going to be a super long trip just both ways. Just so I can skip the rest of the night, I'll do that. And now the music's gone, sadly. Alright, so we might have to go at least 1 to 2,000 blocks through these cold biomes before we can possibly see anything else. Right, more coral reefs out here. And more ocean, too. I guess we will be getting more ocean. Probably just going to be mostly be more cold biomes, but no, we'll get more ocean. Ocean... No, it's a shipwreck. Thought that was an ocean monument for a second, but I guess it was. I guess not. No, it's a shipwreck. What is down here, anyways? Buried treasure map. Probably, honestly, don't need to go after that too badly. Nothing interesting. I don't even feel like using the buried treasure map. Especially considering this map wants me to go east. I'd rather go west. I don't feel like I have that much to gain off of buried treasure at this point. I'd rather just get closer to the mansion. So I'll give up the buried treasure opportunity. Oh, Camazot, hi there. We've already gone almost 9,000 blocks out west. It's over 9,000. Over 9,000 blocks west. I'm still like more excited about doing the Woodland Mansion first. Trying to get that out of the way. But there will eventually be killing the Wither as well. Yeah, just more interested to go raid a Woodland Mansion than just grind out more Wither Skulls. So I still have no idea exactly where the mansion is, other than just a general direction. All I know is I need to go west. How far west? I don't know. How much further west? I haven't got a clue. And so far I haven't even stopped to pick up that much interesting stuff anyways. So as to whether or not I need the other chest, I'm not even sure. Barely even stopped to really pick up anything at this point. I've just been going west like as quickly as possible, not stopping for anything. Do you think I'd reach the Woodland Mansion within the next hour if I just kept on going west nonstop as much as possible? Would I even reach it within the next hour? Maybe I will. I think that dot's growing a bit bigger on my mansion map. The dot's actually growing in size slightly, so I might actually reach it in the next hour. Maybe within the next 10 minutes, possibly. I just noticed the dot's actually getting bigger now on this mini-map. It's grown in size slightly, so that's a good sign already. And I see a roof forest. Yes, I do. Do I see one? I think I do. Yeah, it's a roof forest. We might have actually just arrived. And just like that, we might have already arrived here. The dot's getting bigger. Found a roof forest. I think this is a good sign. I was thinking it was going to be even further out than this. But we can't celebrate yet. Still haven't seen the building just yet anyways. I mean, once we see the building, then we'll know for sure we've hit it. I just have a feeling we're actually closing in on this thing. At least it feels like the dot's grown in size since I last checked it before. So I feel like we're just starting to really come close to this thing. I feel like we're actually hot on its tail now. I just saw another pink sheep. I thought the mansion would be here, probably. Okay, maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm still not that close, even. Not for sure we would have hit it by this point. Okay, I guess it wasn't actually there, but... I still have the general direction that I'm going in, correct? I still have to keep on going west. 10,000 blocks west, and I still have to keep going. But surely I must be close. Closer now than I was before, that's for sure. So maybe this roof forest or the next one's gonna have it. That's a deep ravine I don't want to fall into. There's a path here. Why is there a path here? I'm guessing this is a village of some sort, right? Did I find a village out here? Yeah, it looks like I did find a village. All the way out here. This dude's house is just floating over like a ravine. His house is literally just floating. Yep, we have a village here. And a flying house. Would you look at that? The house is flying. Something isn't just not right here. This house is flying. Alright, what block is this exactly? Smooth stone. Makes me wonder how you're smoothing it now. That's just weird. The flying house. Alright, so I still need to keep on running west. Sun is setting, so it's going to be night soon. Come on, we have to be at this point. I mean, I don't think I'm just seeing things. I think the dot actually did slightly increase in size. So I don't feel like I'm just seeing things here. I feel like I'm actually on the right track. Oh, now we're definitely closing in on it. Now the map's actually starting to fill out, so we're closing in on it. Alright, so southwest, and then we'll see the mansion. There should be one right around here. This is it. And now we just found the thing. Alright, so now I need to just decide on how I want to set up my hotbar. Alright, so we made it. Second ever woodland mansion I'm going to be raiding. And I want torches in the hotbar, ideally. So I can just light my way as I go. So I'm likely going to proceed with caution. And just get the bow and arrow ready. Oh, I want to have the shield in my offhand. So let me get that there. Let me just look around some of the rooms here. Yeah, because these structures are special in every right. I'm hearing villagers now. And also plenty of skeletons. Oh, this guy's fast now, isn't he? Yeah, he runs pretty fast. Right, I guess melee it is. Oh, there's two of them. Alright, melee it is to fight these guys. Unless I'm really far away, I kind of have to just melee the Vindicators. Yeah, they do run pretty fast. Alright, so what else is in this room? I'm guessing this is a bedroom, right? Or some makeshift bedroom you can't actually use. I'm just gonna hope my sword comes through for me here. That plus I have pretty good armor, so that too should help. That's an evoker, isn't it? Yep. And there's a Vex. Yeah, we got Vexes chasing us. Alright, so where's the evoker so I can just kill him? Also doesn't help he's in this dark room where I can't really see him. Let me light up the tunnels. Ow. Can barely see anything. I see him. And just like that, the evoker's dead. Alright. Also doesn't help these guys are pretty tiny targets. But they should die in like a couple hits. One of them just set me on fire. He must have a fire aspect sword or something. Oh shit. Teleport out. I'm still on fire. Can they track me down from all the way out here? I don't think they can. Nope. I'm still being followed by these guys. Uh-oh. I can't shake them loose. I can't get rid of the Vexes. I can't shake them loose, no matter what I do. Can't get rid of them. They're just gonna follow me all day. So if I have to fall back on my golden apples, I will. These guys are probably gonna follow me all day. Unless I kill them all off. Yeah, good thing the armor is just reducing a lot of the damage here. Otherwise I might not be so lucky. Yeah, these guys can hit me and then just vanish as soon as they've hit me. Before I even know what's going on. Like, I don't really get a chance to figure out what's even going on here. So at least I got myself a totem of undying. But now what? Oh, skeletons, of course. Trying to find a way back into this mansion. That skeleton's just shooting at me. They can hide in blocks. Yeah, I'm aware they can just clip through walls. But I rarely ever see these guys at all, so I more or less just don't know how to really deal with them as a result. Alright, what's this room supposed to be? Skeletons hiding somewhere. I don't know what that room is supposed to be for. Get to a more open area where it's easier to track them down. Sounds fair. Oh, Vindicator? Yup. Where the hell are these skeletons at, even? Yeah, I'd like to know where they're at. That's a flower room, isn't it? Must be. Still can't see these skeletons, so hopefully I can just ignore them for the time being. Okay, maybe I can ignore them. Yeah, there's actually quite a few skeletons in here. Oh right, torches. Another of these rooms with the gray banner. Not quite sure what it would be for. Okay, Ilgerhead room. I think I just completely lost the Vexes. Like, I don't think they're able to follow me right now. Oh, there's a skeleton. Oh, there's another one. Just came from nowhere. Got him. They despawned. Surely they must have by now. I thought I just lost them somehow, but they probably did despawn, actually. Okay, so that's probably where all the skeleton noises are coming from. Treasure room. With 4 skeletons in it. Okay, little tree room. Hidden tree room with a treasure chest. Iron axe, efficiency 1. I'm gonna leave it. Any more hidden rooms, perhaps? Okay, didn't go in here yet. Some of these rooms are actually just more or less sealed off. Jack-o'-lantern room. That's more or less sealed off, looks like. This is just leading to the outside, isn't it? Okay, that's the entrance of the mansion right there. Is this a vanilla mansion? Yes, it is. Surprisingly, it didn't even take that much time to get here. I thought it was going to be even further out from where I settled down. I thought we were going to be, like, taking a much longer trip to get out here, but I guess I was wrong. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like an illager effigy holding a torch. Creeper in this room. Okay, that's another hidden room with more enemies in it. I mean, I could hear enough enemies in here, so I figured hidden room might have been a possibility. You're sorry about yesterday? Right, so what's in this room exactly? What enemies are in here? Yeah, this room is definitely crowded. Right, so there's nothing of interest in here. Oh, more enemies back here. Getting shot at by a ton of arrows. And then another skeleton just showed up there. Alright, just clear these guys out. This room seems to be empty. Guessing something's back behind this wall, right? So where are the rest of these enemies hiding at anyways? Okay, another hidden room with more guys in it. Where are the rest of the enemies here? I don't see anything hidden up there. Empty chest. For whatever reason, that's completely empty. Just that more inventory space to work with would be nice. So where are the rest of these guys anyways? I can't see them. Probably not under the floorboards or anything. Maybe they're up on the other floor. Or maybe over here. I didn't go in here yet, and this room's full of enemies. There's just a room full of wool. Can't really guess its purpose. Probably not exactly clear what that would be for. Yeah, I finally got there. And I got a Totem of Undying to show for it. Don't think I've been up here yet. Okay, this must be where I broke into the mansion. This must have been where I entered through. Didn't see this room yet. I don't even have coal, so I can't make more torches. At least not straight away, I can't make more torches. Have I ever tried to beat one of those games with no energy tanks? No, I never did attempt it. Another library room. Anything else up here? No. Seems like a place to maybe hide something, but it doesn't look like anything's up here. Well, I attempt it. Not likely. Never did really consider it. Oh, that was plenty of books right there. And there's even more back here, too. That's supposed to be a bedroom, it looks like. Some sort of bedroom. In here we got, honestly, not much. Probably another makeshift bedroom. Can I loot these banners while I'm here? Probably a lot of stuff going on behind this wall. Yeah, there's a zombie back here. Can't see shit right in here right now. I hear a witch, I think. Another illager. Honestly, can't even see much in here. I'm not seeing too much here. But I hear a hell of a lot going on here. Not exactly sure what is going on here, though, but I'm hearing a lot of stuff going on. I was actually just in here not too long ago. The mobs are probably all back here. I don't know. They could be on the first floor for all we know. What room is this? Not sure what kind of room that would be for. This room's probably loaded with enemies. Oh shit, yep, it's loaded with enemies, alright. They're gonna jump from the book on top of the bookshelves to try and kill me. Yeah, there's definitely enemies in here. More skeletons, not surprised. This room's got nothing in it for me. Looks like another bedroom here. Must be. Without the dark suit as well. I heard there was a way to skip that. If you're crazy enough to actually try and... What? If you're crazy enough to try and actually beat it without. I don't even know where all these mobs are supposed to be. Yeah, I can hear them, but I can't quite track them down. Probably not in here. They could all be on the first floor, perhaps. Okay, I'm guessing this is the room I found the evoker in, most likely. Oh, right. You could simply just leave it there? And I'm guessing it just never shows back up again if you do so, right? It just permanently despawns if you did that? What, is this another? Yeah, it's another staircase. So there's a whole third floor to this place I didn't even see yet. And there's the witch. Oh, there's the witch from earlier. There's a witch. Yeah, there's a whole third floor of this place. I'm guessing this is probably the last floor of the mansion. So I don't know which room is actually full of enemies here. Yeah, we're on the third floor, it looks like. So I don't know where the enemy swarm is. Is that another evoker? I think it is. Looks like one. Just to make that nice and easy on myself. Yeah, it was another evoker. Okay, 2 Vindicators back there as well. I thought I heard villager noises. You heard you can actually do that? So that's probably where the other evoker was. Oh, the mobs are actually on the roof of the mansion. That must explain it. But if you return and kill him, then he won't drop the grapple beam. Is there a way to beat the game without that? Interesting that it's even coded that way, that you can just leave him for later, but come back to him and then actually knock at the grapple beam. So that's where all these enemies were. They were all out here. Somehow ended up on the roof of the mansion. There's probably other stuff up on this roof here. So I feel like I've done everything I need to do in this match, and I got the Totems of Undying. Honestly, didn't find too many treasure rooms, sadly. So that's like the very roof of the mansion up here. Gonna knock him off the mansion, because why the hell not? Sounds like fun. Yeah, that's how I thought I read it. Thought I read that correctly. Oh, a music disc just dropped. Let me just get this guy off my back so I can loot it. And I'll take a random music disc while we're at it. I am aware that, yeah, you get grapple beam first, then power bombs, but there's a way to actually just cheese the game such a way you get the power bombs first, which is not intended. So yeah, we found our mansion here. Even though I'm likely to never return to it again, I'll write down the coordinates anyways. And then probably next stream it's gonna be either... Well, at least... Well, next stream might just be, for the most part, getting back to my base, and then from there deciding what to do. Well, I know for a fact I gotta get back to my own base, somehow. Would indeed be safer to just go by the overworld still. Could be faster to travel through the nether, but it's a little riskier. So yeah, we just conquered this woodland mansion. I guess they must not have that in their AI. They must not be smart enough to do so. Which is what I'm gonna go for. Oh no, unless the rain puts all the fire out. Could put it all out. That or I just run out of flint and steel. And just like that, it's gone already. I don't know how much of it's actually gonna burn. I have to find gravel somewhere. Well, it's sort of burning. It's burning a bit. It would just be a matter of finding gravel. Oh, it's a baby zombie. Of course. Now I'm on fire. So I just have to find gravel somewhere, but that might not actually be too hard. Okay, so I guess here's where that ender chest is going to come into play. Extra loot I got that I'm simply not going to keep in the inventory. I'm just going to throw in here. Extra totem undying, I'll throw in there too. So that's where one of these ender chests comes into play, just to free up inventory space. I also don't need the saplings right away. So I just already got myself quite a bit more inventory space to work with. It's perfectly fine. So now making these flint and steels shouldn't be a problem. Right, so now should be a bit easier to start setting fire to the rest of this place. So I guess we'll go do that now. Now I need to just get back up to it somehow. Gotta get back to it. Okay, I'm suffocating, and I can't get out. I'm suffocating in the mansion. Fuck's sake. Axe, axe, axe. Oh, wow. I almost suffocated in the mansion. Could have died. Fuck's sake. That was close. Wonder if this totem would have saved me from fall damage. Not even sure. Yeah, I want to get back to, like, the roof of it. Yeah, I'm certainly doing a fair bit of damage to the mansion already. Burning it while I'm inside it. Yeah, certainly. I almost suffocated in the mansion. That would've been so stupid. We're really gonna go hard here. Hoping I don't die in this. If I really have to, I can just teleport right out. And where's my other flint and steel? I made 2. Might just leave after starting a bit more fire here. I don't even know where the other flint and steel went. I have no idea what could have happened to it. And that one's gone, just like that. Teleporting right out. Up. Where the hell is this skeleton even at that somehow hit me? Yeah, I lost track of my other flint and steel. I have no idea where it went off to. Oh, that's where the skeleton was. He was hiding down there. And he's still hiding on me. Come on now, don't do that. Stop hiding on me, please. Really don't have to do that, skeleton. Come on now. Really don't have to keep on hiding on me like that. That's just dumb. Oops. Just because I can burn down this mansion doesn't mean I should burn myself by accident. That's just dumb. Hopefully I don't lag this so much I can't just escape once I'm done with burning this. Yeah, it's already lagging a bunch. Yeah, eventually there's going to be no more mansion once I'm done with it. I mean, it's already lagging like hell because a lot of it's just burning right now. That's a lot of fire that has to animate. That's probably already putting so much stress on my computer just trying to render all this. So I didn't want to stay in there for too long just to be safe. I hope I don't crash my computer doing this. Let's hope we don't do that. Save what for SNWC's forum? So I actually did find a use for that extra iron I brought with me earlier. I did end up using it after all, just for something completely different. Different from what I was anticipating it to be used for. Okay, so I might have caused the forest fire too while we're at it. Some of the fire's actually getting to the trees. Okay, it looks like it just ripped a nice hole open in this wall. There's gonna be no more mansion at the rate we're going here. This is gonna make combat incredibly inconvenient too. Oh. Just gonna put my distance between myself and the mansion for a bit. All that lag's gonna make it tough to actually fight these guys. Oh, a chest here, I didn't even notice. Missed that one entirely. Yeah, I must have missed that. Yeah, I see burning the place down. And then this beautiful piano music just comes on. Got this calm piano music playing while this mansion is fucking burning down. Oh, creeper explosion. Can we get an even better view of this? Oh, maybe not. Oh, zombies. Oh, come on now. Nope, don't do that. I want to get up here, try and get a better view of this mansion burning. Use 4 flint and steels on it. Actually, no, I think I used like a total of 5 on it. How am I being shot at from all the way? Like, I'm all the way up here, and how is something hitting me? Makes me wonder when the fire's gonna stop spreading. What's my frame rate? Oh, it's probably just going all over the place. Certainly doesn't feel like it's staying steady at 30 FPS. And when I run around here, it doesn't feel like it stays 30 FPS at all. Well, as of late, there actually is some sort of adverse effect for not sleeping enough in Minecraft. You'll get attacked by a mob known as a phantom. As of 1.13, this starts happening. So technically there is something of the sort. Okay, I think most of the damage has been done at this point. Yeah, this is the second time I've successfully raided the Woodland Mansion, and also the second time I've burned one of these down, too. And the second time one of these just burns down. I'd say that's enough destruction. Somehow these glass windows are still intact. So let's just find a way out of here. Yeah, 1.12.2 is definitely one of my favorite Minecraft versions. Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to 1.15. I think I've gotten used to it by now. So we've successfully gone through another woodland mansion on this stream. Just so I can give Cookie Plays one last look at the place. Second time I've completed the woodland mansion, and second time I've burnt one down as well. Well, a lot of it has already been burnt down. So I guess next time we'll start going back home. We have at least 10,000 blocks to go west, and about only 1,000 blocks-ish back south. It's mostly just west. No, it's mostly just east I have to go a long ways back. So I could opt to go through the nether, which would be likely faster if I find a good way through, but it could be more dangerous as well. Yeah, 3 hours is almost as long enough.